Nolanville and Belton are looking for answers as they continue to track down the suspects.
Gordon and Tara, it's been a busy couple of nights for law enforcement in the area as they continue to investigate all of these armed robberies. Now, while they all happened in different locations, the story with each is very similar. 2 or 3 armed men enter a convenience store wearing hoodies or masks, demanding cash, and then they flee before police can arrive. We start first with an incident that happened last night in Belton at the Longhorn grocery store on Holland Road around 11 o'clock. Take a look at this surveillance video police released today. It shows 2 men walking into the store and demanding cash. Police say either 2 or 3 men were involved, and one of them fired a gun during the holdup. No one was injured. Also last night, police responded to the Sefco store on Main Street, just off of Highway 190 in Nolanville around 11:10. In this case, 3 men robbed a pregnant employee who was working at the Subway inside of the Sefco store. Suspects did fire shots inside. Thankfully, no one was injured. Police say these men were also wearing masks and hoodies. And on Monday night, Killeen police responded to 3 armed robberies within the span of 30 minutes. It started just after 10:30 at the Gateway Food Mart on West Elms. The clerk tells officers that one man in a hooded sweatshirt came into the store with a gun demanding money, while another man stood outside as a lookout. The clerk grabbed a bat and moved toward the armed man, who fired a shot that missed. The clerk then hit the man with the bat. Both suspects fled empty-handed and no one was injured. Killeen police responded to the next armed robbery just 15 minutes later at the Star Mart on Old FM 440. In this case, the armed man was dressed in all black and 2 suspects fled with an undisclosed amount of cash. And just before 11 o'clock, police responded to the final robbery call of the night at another Star Mart on Watercrest Road. The same thing happened here. One man served as a lookout while an armed man entered the store and demanded money. They also fled with an undisclosed amount of cash. Now, police say there's still no word on whether any of these 5 armed robberies are connected. We'll keep you updated as we learn more information, but if you have any information, police want you to call Crime Stoppers. Reporting live from the Bell County Newsroom, Kathleen Surrey, KWTX News 10.
Back to school time, and many parents are checking off the long list of supplies for their kids.
If you have been down this road, you know it is expensive, which is why one local hairstylist is asking her clients for backpacks and crayons instead of cash. News 10's Kathleen Surrey explains.
Not too long ago, I was a single mom myself, and over the years, I've noticed that the school supply list just continues to grow.
Nikki Ayala is both an independent hairstylist and a mother, and she knows that the start of school can be an expensive time of year.
Sometimes when you have a check that probably like $300 a week, maybe that's either food or school supplies, and I'm probably gonna pick food if I'm a single mom, you know.
That's why this week she's exchanging discounted haircuts for school supplies that'll go to the Central Texas Youth Services in Killeen. It's a good deed that her loyal customers are supporting.
My mom always taught us to give back when we can, and we always come to Nikki to get our hair done, and she does stuff like this often, so whenever she does, we like to participate.
Even if you shop the sales and stuff, it gets pretty pricey, so it's good for other people to help when they can.
Ayala says this supply drive isn't just about donating notebooks and crayons, but teaching her sons and others the importance of giving.
I truly care about being able to give to other people and showing my children and showing other people's children that that's something that we can pass on.
A gift that Ayala hopes will make the back-to-school season just a little easier for families in Killeen. Kathleen Surrey, KWTX News 10.
Recent heavy rain has left some apartment renters in Belton with some major damage, and they say that this isn't the first time they've had water dripping from their ceiling. News 10's Kathleen Surrey has the details.
Buckets catching dripping water are scattered throughout the living room.
Every single towel that we have in the house, we have to put on the floor.
These are the conditions that Emmanuel Lewis, his girlfriend, and his 9-month-old child have been living in for the past few days at the Bell Oaks Apartments in Belton. But Lewis says this is already the 3rd time his apartment has filled with rainwater, and the hole in his ceiling where the water comes from has been growing since July.
You shouldn't have to live like this. This is not something you should be living in.
It's a problem that the renter living directly underneath Lewis has been battling as well.
4 o'clock in the morning, I look and I got water coming from that door, from that roof, and it was flooded out here.
After Karja Kimbrough cleaned up the water yesterday morning, she left her apartment for the day. When she came back that afternoon, more water had taken her place.
I walk in the front door and I fell and bust my tail.
Luckily, Kimbrough didn't suffer any broken bones, but an expensive hospital bill and another full bucket of water dripping from a light fixture are still troubling this resident.
But they keep saying I'm fixing it, but they're just sending people out to patch it, and they're not fixing the problem.
News 10 spoke with the Bell Oaks staff, and they say a contractor is coming tomorrow morning to assess the damage and hopefully begin work on the leaking roof. In Belton, Kathleen Surrey, KWTX News 10.
Kimber says apartment staff are currently looking for different places for both her and
Dorsett of Harker Heights. He died following a drowning incident in Austin the day before. He would have been a senior at Harker Heights High School this year. News 10's Kathleen Surrey joins us in the Bell County newsroom with details. Kathleen.
Gordon, after speaking with Anthony's family and friends this afternoon, it's easy to see that he was a happy, confident teenager who loved listening to music, playing football, and making other people smile. It was a life cut too short by a tragic accident. Anthony Dorsett was swimming at the Hamilton Pool Preserve Friday when he went under. When paramedics showed up, Anthony had been pulled from the pool. They were able to find a weak pulse, and he was flown to a hospital where he died early Saturday morning. But tonight, Anthony's family is focusing on his life.
Don't mourn his death, celebrate it. He lived his life smiling.
Anthony's older brother says he loved listening to music and playing football, whether it was for a team or just with his friends and neighbors.
We never lost. Our team, we never lost.
Anthony's younger sister says she'll remember him for his bright personality.
That's why I can be happy, laugh and smile without feeling guilty, because that's what he was. He was a happy, laughing, joking person.
A smile that his mother says she'll never forget.
He was my mama's boy.
And even though she's still grieving, this mother says she's comforted by seeing the impact Anthony made on others.
In his short time life, my son affected a lot of people. He touched a lot of people's lives.
A love that Anthony's family and friends are holding close during this difficult time. One of Anthony's classmates is organizing a rally this Friday to remember his life. You can find more details about that, as well as a link to the family's GoFundMe page under this story at KWTX.com. Reporting live from the Bell County newsroom, Kathleen Surrey, KWTX News 10.